Damien, you're in a unique position to talk about Haiti and Ukraine. Tell us a little bit about your background.
Hi, my name is Damien Meaney. I'm from Bray, County Wicklow. I've been involved with Haiti and now the Ukraine for a number of years. It all started back with Belarus, back about 20 odd years ago. And I've been at it for a young age where I've got involved from day one and just getting stuck in and helping out where needed be. And I suppose over the years then I just grew in more involved in the different organisations and ended up then being based out in Haiti for over 10 years, where I've seen firsthand on the ground the difficulties, the challenges, the poverty, the goodness, the willingness, and the support. And I suppose that all developed out from the work in Belarus and working on the ground there as a volunteer for over 15 years. Between bringing the children over to Ireland, getting involved, helping with specific projects and developing those over the years, and again seeing the difficulties, the hardships, the lack of support that people have, and then the willingness from people here to be able to build on that and to provide support and products and buildings and education and numerous things over the years. And I think that's where I've grown to actually see and look at, and that's just led on to, you just get stuck in, and with the crisis and the issues now with the Ukraine, that has led on to, I suppose, years of experience of packing trucks and stuff for Belarus and Haiti, that's led on to developing that now with the Ukraine and a sad situation that's happening out there, and the need is huge, and it's both the need is huge and the need in the Ukraine is huge. And we've been loading for the last over a week and providing vital supplies, mostly medical supplies, and then other items that were requested. We try and work with locals on the ground, both in the Ukraine and up at the borders, to help and get the direct provisions that they need throughout their time of need. And I suppose that's where we have built and worked on now, with helping and supporting in the Ukraine.
Brilliant. And Damien, can you tell us maybe how is the aid from aid agencies like Lions Clubs International Foundation, how is that doled out on the ground?
Yeah, and I think aid, no matter how big or how small it is, it has a huge value to any project or any organisation that's working on the ground. And I think a lot of organisations, they have a big dream and stuff, but I think when you're focused, and the likes of the Lions Club and stuff, when they pick direct projects, and I think that's a key focus, that you can concentrate on something, whether it's an ophthalmology program, whether it's a medical program, whether it's the food program, is exactly that's the direct support and aid that's going to that program. And I think a lot of people forget that. We forget to ask the people on the ground what's the need and what's the direct support that they need. And I think a lot of organisations, and especially Lions, that's what you keep focus on. And rather than trying to do 20 different activities and different organisations and funds, is picking something specific that you can actually support. And I think when you see that on the ground and you see it and you request the funding and say, well, that's to support X and that's to support Y, I think that shows the real impact of the organisations and the Lions Club has in areas of development, both abroad and at home, and I think that's very, very important.
And Damien, lastly, I might just ask you a little bit about how you joined the Lions Club.
I suppose it's a bit of a different one. I actually asked to join the Lions Club, and I suppose that's probably an unusual thing for people to go up. They're normally asked, and I think when you see the work and see what's done with the Lions Club, and I've always been very proud to see the different programs, from the food appeals to bringing the old folks away, to supporting local organisations, and I just find our work is very on the ground and very meaningful. And I think that's something that's inspired me to be part of that. And I think to look at the volunteers and committing that time, and I think that's what it's about. If everyone can commit that little bit of time and support, I think goes a long way. And I think that shows it, and you can see the camaraderie and the friendship, and you build a lot of friendships, and I think that the Lions Club shows that, and that's why I decided to join up.
Well, thank you very much, Damien, for being part of our convention today.
Thank you.